goes down. The gates are still up, but when they drop, 40 of the best Motocross Lites riders in the world are going to be heading down towards turn number 1 here at Budds Creek. And Ryan Villopoto right there would like nothing better than to make sure that they all follow him as they did the first time. Ryan Villopoto and Ben Townley, the two Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki's out front again. It is Villopoto in the lead. Townley had to come up from third to take second last time, but here he is right behind.
And the advantage that Ryan Villopoto is going to have here is he's going to have a clean track. Everybody behind him is going to get quite a bit of roost, quite a bit of mud on the goggles right now. Track workers here at Budds Creek watered the track, even groomed it in spots. So Ben Townley is actually going to, he's going to be taking on quite a bit of roost on the goggles here.
Well, the pace noticeably slower in the early going. They did have a parade lap around the track in order to be able to take a look at where those wet spots might be, but at speed, they're still feeling their way around just a little bit. Ryan Villopoto has given up nothing from moto number 1. He had such a flawless moto. It's difficult to believe that he can do this again. Let's make sure we get another look here at the start, because the start is so very important. It has set the stage for what we're looking at right now. Villopoto and Townley, top of the screen.
Here's your replay. See the riders coming into the first turn, and these guys out here have no chance at it. It's all about the top qualifiers. You see right there, Josh Grant, the 24, actually was there, maybe even a wheel in front of Villopoto, but Villopoto had the inside line, gave him a little nudge, pushed him wide, had a progressive direct hole shot.
Ryan Villopoto looked like a running fullback there. He just went straight for the goal line and was not to be denied. Look at the lead he has over Ben Townley already. He had an 8-second lead on lap number 1, but it was over Josh Grant. This time it's over his teammate as we watch. Back to third spot, it is Grant again. Then Jason Lawrence and Ryan Dungey.
This is a similar, well, this is actually our finishing order from the first moto here. Actually, Lawrence was up at the third and Grant was fourth, but a great battle between these guys. And when you're, look how wet it is coming past the mechanics area there. That's what I was talking about. Look at the front number plate on the blue bike here. Jason Lawrence really working hard to get past Josh Grant, get himself a bit of a clear track and have a chance of moving up towards the leaders.
He's also staying to the side of that roost, which can be deadly. There's Ryan Dungey in fifth position. Now, he had to come from way back. And when I say way back, we're talking just inside the top 10 to finish as well as he did in moto number 1. So Dungey could figure into this before it's done, because he's in a much better position to try to challenge than he was in the first moto here today. It's Grant, Lawrence, and Ryan Dungey, third, fourth, and fifth, with the two Kawasaki's in front of them of Ryan Villopoto and Ben Townley. Track looking pretty good, holding up. As you said, they did some maintenance on the track. They certainly wet it down. They smoothed it in a couple of spots. The ruts are going to build up again, but at this point, the track is much as it was at the beginning of moto number 1. They're trying to put that track back in a similar condition, I suppose, to what it was the first time they raced. Let it wear out as this moto goes on.
Well, as you can see, sun's starting to set. We're later on in the day, and actually in certain spots, as we see Josh Grant really trying to maneuver on the inside of that off camber, stay away from the mud, really up on the inside line of the track. That late in the day here, there's even some shadows from the trees, and that starts to play a part in everything. It kind of changes the lighting, and definitely the second moto of a Motocross National is one of the most difficult tracks that you will ever ride.
Well, those shadows across the track will also keep moisture in certain spots better than in others. Without the sun beating straight down on it as it was earlier in the day, this track is likely to stay a little more stable.
When you can see a lot of ruts, a lot of mud ruts coming down into that turn, and up on top here it's a little drier, a little hard pack, but we were talking about that moisture stain is all down at the bottom of the turns here.
Well, they're sure hugging the right side of that descent there, just really tight-roping along the borderline of the track. Same thing on the left side, going through the mechanics area. These guys are trying to find traction anywhere they can, and they're really using all the course in order to try to do it. Jason Lawrence losing ground on Josh Grant, if anything, at this point.
We're taking a look at the timing and scoring here. Vilipoto is 6 seconds ahead of Townley and another 4 seconds back to Grant.
Problems for the number 56, Dan Sanny, out of California on his Yamaha. He has stalled it, and he's trying to get it started again. And as we all know, these four-stroke bikes are a lot more difficult to get restarted once they've been running for a while than the old two-stroke bikes used to be. Here's Ryan Vilipoto up in front, wearing that red number 1. He is certainly easy to pick out. So as Ryan Vilipoto continues to extend his lead over teammate Ben Townley, this could be that first overall win that he's been looking for. Ryan Vilipoto heading for victory lane, we'll find out. Did you miss any AMA racing action? Want to relive the excitement? Watch all the 2007 AMA Supercross and Superbike events on Speed On Demand online. And it's all free, courtesy of Yamaha. So log on now to speedtv.com, keyword Yamaha, and get up to speed. Look at this battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th positions. Josh Grant, Jason Lawrence, and Ryan Dungey in that order for the time being, but they have swapped it a few times, and it looks like it's going to happen again.
Yeah, while we were away, Ryan Dungey actually made the pass on Jason Lawrence, and Lawrence slipped back by him, but you can see how much they're pressuring Josh Grant at this point. Dungey is just on a mission right now. He is trying everything he can do to get past the Yamaha rider and move up to 4th.
Ryan Dungey on the number 62 Suzuki, the yellow bike in the back. It's Jason Lawrence on the blue Yamaha in the middle. Josh Grant on the Honda in front. They have been spread out 3 times this far apart until right now. And here is the real action. And as we were waiting to come back from commercial, we made the comment that something's got to happen, and it's going to come down to fitness. And look, who's getting tired, who's not, who's still aggressive. And here goes Jason Lawrence, almost made a move on Josh Grant there. Just when we thought he was the guy that was going to lose a spot, he's trying to gain one.
Jason Lawrence almost had the pass on Josh Grant there. Grant closed it down a little bit, but this is where Ryan Dungey passed.
Oh, side by side. Grant with the inside line is going to hold the spot. Here comes Dungey on Lawrence. Can't make it happen. It's Josh Grant holding off the other 2, and the fans are going nuts. Jason Lawrence now gets the spot on the inside, but stalls it out. Grant comes back by. How much better would you like it to be? 3 wide almost.
And Dungey takes it from Lawrence, uses some momentum on the outside to get up into that 4th position, and the fans at Budds Creek are going crazy.
Ryan Dungey once more. He made the pass on Jason Lawrence. Now he stalls out behind Josh Grant, and Lawrence gets back by.
Lawrence, never known for being a nice rider, really had an aggressive move on Ryan Dungey there, and takes the position back. Light motocross racing does not get any better than this unless they were racing for the lead.
Josh Grant, Jason Lawrence, and Ryan Dungey have resumed the order that they were in a while ago, but if you had just joined us, you missed some tremendous position swapping action here. Jason Lawrence railing around the outside. Does he have enough momentum to make the pass? Grant's holding him off for the time being and has inside position for the next turn. Josh Grant by the narrowest of margins, down the big hill, hugging the inside, past the mechanics area, coming up here shortly. Unbelievable action.
Just an incredible battle, and the effort that these 3 riders are having to put out here late in the Moto, and the hottest day of the year so far in motocross competition, they're letting it all hang out. And that's what I love about the Lites classes, that it's these young guys that are really trying to prove themselves, and they're letting it all hang out here today. We'll see if Lawrence can make the outside work. Comes back to the inside.
Draws even, over the jump, going downhill. Josh Grant over the finish line jump on the outside. Lawrence is going to take it because it's a left. He makes a mistake and Grant holds on. So Josh Grant is fighting off Jason Lawrence with everything he has. Ryan Dungey has sort of settled back a little bit to see if these 2 guys might take each other out and give him an easy one.
I tell you what, Josh Grant is riding a very smart racer. You see him guarding the insides.
And then when he has to go outside, he uses a berm effectively and is able to retake the spot. Here comes Dungey up behind both of them. They're all locked together. Josh Grant, Jason Lawrence, and Ryan Dungey. Dungey goes for a tear-off in the air.
Just an incredible battle. You know, the heart rates of these riders are just redlined at this point, but they don't care. They're just battling for position. And Jason Lawrence gives Grant A little nudge on the off camber. He cuts back.
Oh, look at that move. Oh, man. Nobody's ridden there all day, and Jason Lawrence decides to take a little new piece of track. So he's got the spot. Dungey puts the block past. Grant puts the block on Lawrence, and Dungey gets by both of them. Here comes Josh Grant inside to take Dungey again. Jason Lawrence up the hill in third position.
And you know what happened is Dungey made that pass because Grant and Lawrence were squaring each other up. And then he made a small mistake at the bottom of the hill and missed the inside rut.
Ryan Dungey into the middle spot now. There are two riders ahead of all three, and look at this. Josh Grant again. Jason Lawrence in behind him. No, Dungey takes that spot. It's still Grant. What a great race this young Josh Grant is riding, holding off the pressure from these other two and maintaining his poise up front in this three-way battle for third.
Ryan Dungey just mixing it up. Unbelievable effort by all three of these riders right now. We'll see how the sweeper plays out. Dungey wants this third position bad.
Well, he's got a long way to go before he can hold on to it. You'd think that they're racing like it was the last lap, but in fact, it's 23, almost 24 minutes into a moto that's going to be 30 minutes plus 2 laps, so we've got at least 7 or 8 more minutes and probably a handful of laps left to go. Josh Grant, Ryan Dungey, and Jason Lawrence in that order for the moment. Honda, Suzuki, and Yamaha. 2 Kawasaki's are leading this race, with Ryan Villopoto holding a 16-second advantage over Ben Townley, and those two are another 25 seconds ahead of this battle, which is by far the best on the track. We'll come right back to it after this short commercial break. Motocross Lites. Are you a member of the AMA? If the answer is no, then you need to immediately, following this broadcast, of course, call 800-AMA-JOIN or go to AMADirectLink.com on the World Wide Web and sign up. Become an AMA member. Join those of us who are in support of the American Motorcyclist Association. Ryan Villopoto is an AMA member, and he is showing everybody else out on this racetrack here today at Budds Creek just how to get around this place. This has been a clinic. This young man is putting on a dominating performance, reminiscent of Matt Mladen on his good days, Ricky Carmichael when he was dominating, Jeremy McGrath, even Kenny Coolbeth at Springfield this year ran away from the rest of the field. Ryan Villopoto is doing exactly that. He's 20 seconds ahead of a former world champion, his teammate Ben Townley.
One of the riders that has been on the move this moto is the 338 here. Yamaha rider Jason Lawrence was in a heated battle. We'll see right here, 62's Ryan Dungey, 24's Josh Grant. And there's Lawrence, and they were all battling. This is all for third place. And watch Dungey slip to the inside here. Takes the position from Grant. At that point, we thought maybe Lawrence might have been out of it. And then they both got by Grant, and watch Lawrence just rocket to the inside here. Dungey says, whoa, wait a second. Not enough room for me to get by, and gives up the position.
That was a tremendous battle for those three. Something happened to Josh Grant, and he fell out of it. Jason Lawrence now is, and down goes Dungey, still trying so hard to chase Jason Lawrence for third. Here's your leader, Vilipoto, getting the white flag. He's on his final lap.
Total domination today by Ryan Vilipoto, #1, a champion from last year, and definitely hasn't been able to win the overall this season. Today it looked like he backed it down a notch, got great starts, and just completely demolished the competition. Fantastic ride, and you got to think that he is definitely going to be the top choice to ride the 250F this year in the Motocross of Nations coming up here at Budds Creek later on in September. Represent Team USA, and this has been a great ride.
And if any of the international competitors that are going to have to try to beat Ryan Vilipoto in September have been watching this broadcast, they know they've got their work cut out for him, as Vilipoto is on his way to a commanding win here in Moto #2, following up a win in Moto #1. What happened to Ryan Dungey? We got a glimpse of it a moment ago. Here's another
right
look.
Here's Ryan Dungey. You see him coming into the turn. There's a lapped rider there. Lawrence at 338. And just look on the left-hand side of your screen down here. Dungey loses both tires, both wheels, traction on both wheels coming out of the turn. just had a little too much lean angle. Burn gave way on him.
He's still running in 4th position, did not lose a spot. Their lead was quite substantial over Josh Grant, who had really faded back. Ryan Villopoto starting to celebrate already with a fist in the air off the big jump. He's got a couple more turns before he heads across to the one that counts with a checkered flag.
Well, and he definitely deserves it. Worked so hard here, and after not achieving the overall at any of the Nationals before today, worked real hard with his trainer and the team and everybody. Raises that arm in victory. This is a good feeling, and now he extends his points lead 6 points over his teammate Ben Townley.
Wait a minute, worked hard. He said he took the whole week off. Maybe he should consider doing that again. Number 1 is going to go 1-1, and he's going to take his first overall win of the 2007 season. The defending Motocross Lites champion wins at Budds Creek. He will celebrate with a cool-down lap. We will take a commercial break, and we'll come back and hear what he has to say. Speed's coverage of the AMA Motocross Lites Championship from Budds Creek is brought to you by Suzuki, maker of performance-driven motorcycles, scooters, and all-terrain vehicles. And by the all-new 2007 Tundra, the truck that's changing it all. Welcome back to Budds Creek. It is the quiet after the storm, a storm of great action here in this Motocross Lites Championship. And let's take a look at our Toyota Lights overall results. Of course, they are going to be very similar to the results of both motos. With Ryan Vilipoto atop the table there, Ben Townley, his teammate, the 2 Kawasaki Pro Circuit Monster Energy Drink guys doing the great job. Jason Lawrence on the factory Yamaha ends up in 3rd spot. And let's go to Aaron Bates.
Well, guys, the monkey is off his back. His very first overall finish so far this season. Ryan, you came in here and you absolutely dominated. What was it about this track that made you excel?
Well, last year, I went 1-1 here, and I guess I've just liked the track. And these last 2 years, it's been really fun. And, they had changed up for the donations that's coming, and after the outdoors. So I think the changes were good and bad, but I just can't thank my team enough. Monster Pro Circuit Kawasaki and Jeff Fox, mom and dad, grandma and grandpa. Trainer Andy Lawrence, everybody's helped me out a lot.
What was it that you did during this week to make yourself improve so much from last week's performance?
Well, I'm out of California, that's mainly where I'm based, and now I'm in Michigan staying with my buddy Nick Way, and I think it's helped me. It's a whole different place, atmosphere, everything's different, so it's just getting me back into liking to ride again on a whole bunch of different tracks.
Congratulations on a perfect day from start to finish.
Thank you.
Our congratulations to Ryan Vilipoto. Been a while since we saw a command performance like that in the Lights division. Here are the points. Of course, Vilipoto still atop the table. Townley still 2nd. Ryan Dungey 3rd. Josh Grant and Jason Lawrence, in spite of his 3rd place finish here, sits 5th overall. But it's going to be an interesting championship.
It definitely is, and it's great to see our top 5 guys are really battling it out today, showing a lot of determination.
Let's go back to Aaron Bates with more.
Well, guys, Ben Townley up here is looking a little bit fatigued. Ben, not the normal Ben Townley that we saw out there riding. What was the difference today?
I don't know. I don't feel that much different myself. I think Ryan rode a great race. Got to give credit to him. He got 2 good starts and rode away from us. And just got to say thanks to the whole Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki squad. They're awesome. There's a lot of people involved with us: Scott, Bridgestone, Amp Mobile, Thor, Parts Unlimited. So just thanks to them, and hope you enjoyed the race.
You got a weekend coming off next. What are you going to be doing on the time off to prepare yourself for Redbud?
I'm trying to find some speed, I'd say. My Monster Energy Kawasaki is fast. I've just got to find a little bit more speed myself, I think, and try and get back in there with Ryan.
Congratulations on a great run out there. And guys, we're just trying to locate 3rd place finisher down here, Jason Lawrence. It's as though he may have made his way back to the pits. We're going to try to get a word from him shortly.
Well, Jason Lawrence certainly had a hard fight and might be excused from the podium interview at this point, but what a terrific race those 3 guys had, Lawrence eventually prevailing.
Well, if I'm Jason Lawrence, I'm going to be back at the Boost Yamaha truck, trying to find some way to cool myself down and lower my heart rate, because he put in an awesome ride today.
Well, Aaron has found Jason Lawrence. Let's go back to her.
Jason putting in a hard charge there, a big battle between 3rd place back there. You are holding strong throughout the whole thing. How did you prevail?
It was good. It was a good moto. I mean, I'm real tired. I'm sure Dungey and Grant are too, but I got a good start. Just got to give it up to my sponsors, Boost Mobile, Yamaha, Troy. Everyone, thanks a lot.
Well, our congratulations to him. Certainly gave us a great entertaining race. We thought he was the guy that was fading back, and he ends up being the one going forward.
Just incredible determination, and what a fantastic race we've seen here in the Lights division at Budds Creek. It's going to be a great rest of the summer.
We're looking forward to the championship. We're looking forward to the very next race. We can hardly wait. Hope you feel the same way. So here at Budds Creek, the Motocross Lights class has given us a great and thoroughly enjoyable race. For Jeff Emig and Aaron Bates, I'm Brian Drever. So long, everybody.
The all-new Geomax MX34 is the latest result of Dunlop's ongoing development with the help of top motocross pros. The all-new Geomax MX34 is the new industry standard for soft to intermediate terrain. Experience the advantage